Good morning, student. Now we'll start from bus topology. So what is bus topology? So a bus topology is a network type in which every computer and network devices is connected in single cable. Is connected in single cable. It transmits the data from one end to the other in single directions. No bidirectional feature in a bus topology. That means what? Data always flows in a unidirectional manner. Once data is sent through the media, it can be obtained by each and it will be received by each and every device, but the address associated with the data will ensure that the intended device should get the permission to access the data. Until unless the intended address on the data matches with the device address, the device cannot access the data. It will only hold and transfer the data again to the media if the address does not matches with the address along with the data. And as we have already read about it, that the data is always in a unidirectional manner, and there is only a single cable which is associated with some drop lines. Drop lines are branched cables which will combine devices with the backbone network cable. Here the backbone network cable is the center of the transmission. If the backbone network cable fails, then the entire cable fails. Then what are the advantages? You will see. This is the figure of what bus topology. You can see here there is a backbone cable, drop lines. It's quite easily marked drop lines and backbone cables. The nodes or systems inside in the network can have access to the data if the address of the data matches with the node, but the data will move each and every node of the network. So what are the advantages of the bus topology? So if n devices connected to each other in bus topology, then the number of cables required to connect them is 1, which is known as backbone cable, and n drop lines are required. So as we have learnt about mesh topology, star topology, in case of mesh topology the number of requirement of cable is very high. So there is a problem with the mesh topology is the hardware installment, but not the case in here in bus topology. Whatever the number of nodes, this number of required cable remains same. The number of required cable remains same, that is 1. So installation is not a matter here in bus topology. cost of the cable is less as compared to the other topologies. As we have learned that number of cable is only one, so the cost for establishing a network reduces drastically. If the common cable fails, then comes the disadvantages. If the common cable fails, then the whole system will crash down. That means the backbone cable fails, or if there will be some damages to the backbone cable, then the whole system crashes down and the entire network fails. And there is also a problem called collision. In bus topology, we will have a problem called collision. I will discuss about collision now. What is collision? A collision is a mechanism which occurs in a computer network. In collisions, the data from different computer intermix with each other. For example, here in the given figure, the node 1 computer sends data. At the same time, if node 3 computer sends the data, as the data flow is unidirectional and the data speed may vary from node to node, there is every chance of collision. That is, the data of node 1 can intermix with the data of node 3 while transmitting. So this is called collision. This is also a demerit of bus topology, which allows collision to occur in some cases. Now the next one I will see start ring topology. A ring topology comprised of just a minute. A ring topology is a form of a ring. That means what? The network is laid down in the form of a ring. All the computers, all the devices on the network are arranged in a circular manner. Hence it is called as a ring topology. Advantages and disadvantages of ring topology. You can see this is the figure of ring topology where each and every node is arranged in a circular manner. Then you will see advantages of our ring topology. One station is known as monitor station, which takes all the responsibility to perform the operations. Second is to transmit the data. Stations has to hold the token. After the transmission is done, the token is to be released for other stations to use. When no station is transmitting the data, then the token will circulate in the ring. All these things happens in the ring topology. So what we get from the ring topology is that ring topology is a slight advancement in bus topology. You can easily mark from the figure. There is only one difference in ring topology and bus topology is that in ring topology we have arranged the systems in circular manner, whereas in bus topology we have arranged in a linear manner. The systems are arranged in a linear manner. But apart from the difference, there is another important difference is the ring topology is meant to avoid collision. That means it is developed or evolved from bus topology in order to avoid collision. So how does it works? How does it works? Just so let's learn about the technology that avoids collision in ring topology. There is a system called monitor or token in case of ring topology, where the token or the monitor token always moves around the circle or circular path in ring topology, and the token has some information, or the token prioritize the transmission of data by allowing a particular system in a particular instance of time to send data. The token continuously moves around the circular path. Whenever some nodes in the circle associated with the circular path wants to send some data, it holds the token until the data is finished, and after finishing the transmission of data, it releases the token, so that some other systems in the network can occupy the token and perform their individual transmissions. So this is the case with a circular ring topology. Now we'll see what are the advantages of a ring topology. The possibility of collision is avoided by using the token. Second is what? Cheap to install and expand. So very easy to install a new system into the network. This disadvantage is a problem with the topology is troubleshooting is difficult in this topology. Troubleshooting in the sense what? While if there arises some problem within the network, then finding the problem or error is difficult. That is what called troubleshooting, which is difficult in case of ring topology. Addition of stations in between or removal of stations can disturb the whole topology. So it is quite disturbing while removing a system from the network or adding some system to the network. Now the next one is tree topology. Next one is tree topology. You can see the figure here. There is a root node. After the root, there will be a number of childs from the root, and each child can have subchilds. So the topology is the variation of star topology. The ring topology, the tree topology is a variation of star topology. Means what? It is derived from the star topology. This topology have a hierarchical flow of data. Hierarchical in the sense from top to bottom. So this topology has a hierarchical flow of data. Data always flows in a hierarchical manner. First of all, in hierarchical manner in the sense what? The data should be first enter into the root system, then from root to its childs, and from childs to subchilds. Hence it is called as a hierarchical data flow. it allows more devices to be attached to a single center of hubs. So I can say you that each and here the root is always called as hub, because all other systems is called as all other systems in the network are connected directly or indirectly to the hub. It is the main hub, and the child systems are also called as hub, because root is the main hub, but other childs, here in the figure you can see, secondary hub. The child systems are called secondary hub, or the root is called the central hub. Always the root is called central hub, and the rest of the child who has subchilds are called secondary hubs. Here system 3, system 4, system 5 are connected to the secondary hub, first secondary hub. System 6, system 7, system 8 are connected to the second secondary hub. Similarly, system 1 and system 2 and the secondary hub 1 and secondary hub 2 are connected to the central hub. So in this way, the root of the tree is a central hub, and the rest of the child nodes, which have further divided into subchild nodes, are called as secondary hub. Just a minute. It allows the network to get isolated and also prioritized from different components problems with this topology. तो इसमें क्या होता है देखो. Now we'll see advantages and disadvantages of tree topologies. First of all, we'll see advantages of tree topology. Now, in the advantages, it allows more devices to be attached to a single central hub. Then it increases the distances that is traveled by the signal to center to the devices. So, as I have told you already, that now all the devices on the network are directly or indirectly connected to the central hub. If the number of system rises, the distance between the central hub and the device increases. So we can simply say that any number of system can be connected to the central hub directly or indirectly without any complexity. So joining or adding a new system to the tree topology is very easy. It allows the network to get isolate and also prioritize from different computers. See, as it is a root based architecture, hub based architecture, the tree topology, we are talking about the tree topology. It's a hub based, all the sub nodes are connected to the root. So whenever we are constructing a internet, so you can remember internet is connection is the, or an internet is a network of network. That means lot of small networks are interconnected to form a network. So this network, the tree topology network, will connect to the internet at the point central hub. That means any other devices on some other networks rather than the current network can communicate with the devices on the current network through the central hub. For example, here in the figure you can see the system 4 wants to send some data to a device on another network, which can be in any form, which can be a box topology, which can be a ring topology, which can be a mesh topology, which can be it can be in any form, but it is a different network. Then it cannot directly communicate with the device of the other network. While it wants to send some message to the device, then it should be via this, or it should be through the central hub. central hub plays an important role. Whenever it communicates with some other network, it should be through central hub. So what? So it is a in some regard it is quite beneficiary, because if we want to terminate any such connection with some other network, or we don't want to reconnect to the internet, simply we have to disconnect the central hub from the internet. We don't need to disconnect each and every system on the network individually, because all the individual systems on the network communicates with some other devices, some other networks through the central hub. So if we want to prioritize or permit some network to access the devices on the network, so central hub easily can control those things. So by simply controlling the central hub, we can control the whole network. Hence it is a advantages that it is a centrally controlled network. It allows the network to get second this is the second advantage of the computer network. Problem with the topology. So the tree topology, like other topologies, the tree topology is also having some problems. If the control hub gets fail, the entire system fails. Again the same problem as with the star topology and the bus topology. In star topology, the central hub fails, the entire network fails. In bus topology, if the backbone cable fails, then the entire network fails. Similarly, in tree topology, if the central hub fails, then the entire network fails. And the next disadvantage of the tree topology is the cost of establishing establishing or laying out a network is very difficult or very expensive. So the cost is high because of cabling. So as we gradually adding new systems to the network, it becomes costlier because of the cable cost. Then the last one is hybrid topology. The last one is hybrid topology. So hybrid topology is nothing but it's a type of arrangement which follows multiple types of topologies which we have read about. So we can say that this topology is a collection of two or more topologies. We combine more than two types of arrangements to form a hybrid topologies. Here in the figure you can see the first one is the mesh topology. The second one is the ring topology, and the third one is the star topology. Three types of arrangements are combined together to form a hybrid topology, because some of the systems are arranged in a mesh topology, some of the systems in the network are arranged in a star topology, and some of the systems in the network are arranged as a ring topology, and also a tree topology is there. So as we have a different type of topologies are associated to form a single topology, it is called is what? It's a hybrid topology. So this is all about for the class for the current class. The next topics we will cover in the next class. Thank you.